My name is Virginia Iglesias. I'm a research scientist at the University of Colorado in Boulder, and I'm also the interim director of Earth Lab, which is a data synthesis center also at CU Boulder. In our project, we're looking at the vulnerability of the built environment. When we think about fire, we don't just think about the probability or the intensity of a fire. For a fire to have consequences to our communities, we need exposure, that is people, assets in harm's way, and something that conditions how damaged those structures or assets are going to be is their vulnerability. When we think about the built environment, that vulnerability is going to be the materials of which houses are made, their roofs, whether they have a porch or not, the spatial arrangement of houses in neighborhoods. We have a pretty good understanding of how fire moves in wildlands, but when we think about neighborhoods, our understanding is more limited. So what are the characteristics of our neighborhoods that are going to favor the spread of fire? Something that we learned from the Marshall Fire, for instance, is that fences played a huge role. After the fires, we found trees that were standing, but houses had been destroyed because fire had traveled following fences. That's what we're trying to figure out, how those characteristics impact the vulnerability of our homes. Some of the biggest barriers that we face in our research are related to data. The problem of fire in the wildland-urban interface is relatively new, so there are not much data. What we are trying to do with our project is to use machine learning and data from our private partner, which is CoreLogic, to create a data set that allows us to tackle this problem of vulnerability, because the data per se don't exist. They need to be generated. From this research, we hope to reduce fire risk. We hope to reduce the number of homes that are lost to fires every year. We are contributing to one piece of the problem, and that is vulnerability. So what we are hoping to do is to get our results to policymakers and to managers so that they can help define policies that reduce the vulnerability of our homes. Over the course of the grant, we expect the engine to provide visibility to our research, which is one of the elements that we need the most. Also, compute power. We're working with huge amounts of data that needs a lot of processing time on computers, and the engine is going to provide that as well. We're also going to be getting technical support, so the engine is going to be very involved in our project. We are trying to find solutions to the problem of fire and fire risk. So what we hope to achieve with this project is to reduce the vulnerability of the built environment.